Yay. Okay, we are recording. Okay, good. Thank y'all for joining us. And wherever you are, I know two of us are in the car. Well, probably more than two, but so glad that y'all can do that from wherever you are and join us at your convenience. And I know other people will be watching the recording later. And so anyway, we have a few things to share. And I'm going to start with just a few announcements. And then I have just a little business tip that I learned about that I was like, where was this when I started 5 years ago? Because I was all over the place thinking I was doing the right thing. So I'm going to share that. And then I think Marcy had a little tip as well. I think she said something about positive affirmations. And I'm loving that because I'm finding more and more and more how important those are. And so I know that I need to do them. I still don't do them as often as I should. And it's just purely evident that I need to. So anyway, okay. The first thing is and I probably am going to miss a few announcements. So if y'all have any to add at the end, we can add those too. But y'all, the Too Big to Miss is coming up May 5th. I am like, okay, what in the fool is it? Because I have no ideas. And I read on a post the other day on the Jewel page, they were saying, do not ask us. They are so tight-lipped because I guess it seeped out last year with the big reveal. And so they were like, don't ask us. Do not even ask us because we want it to be a fun surprise for everyone. They've worked hard on doing this. And so I've heard, and I don't know, Jana, if you have heard anything, but I have heard 0. And so, Jana, do you know? Okay. Are you method or are you there? Because we may have to chat later.
I literally know nothing, but I have tried to, I will not lie that I have tried to, connect with people who you've connected with people.
Yeah, I know. And no one will say anything. I'm like, dang. Because there was little hints last time that I was like,
Yeah. We kind of had it figured out a little bit last year.
Yeah.
Just, we did a lot of investigative work, but
right. This time it's like nothing. But I also read, so I know they're being super, super tight-lipped. I also read a post, and I don't know if y'all saw, I'm trying to remember where this was, if it was on like the Plexus Ambassador page or if it's on the Jill page. But it said not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 new products this year. I'm like, what in the fool? Hey, y'all. Well, I'm just blown away. I have some desires. I have some hopes. I have some, I know that Plexus knows what we need. Clearly, I'm talking about weight loss. I know they know that we need that. I don't know if that's happening this year or not. But I'm sure putting my knees to work, praying for it. And I know that's not the only thing we need. I know there's other things that would be great and beneficial for everybody. And so, but I do know that it would just be incredible to have that. So I'm like, honestly, I have stopped even trying to guess because my mind is going like brick wall, brick wall, brick wall. So I don't even guess anymore. So those are the 2 big things. So on the Too Big to Miss, April 2nd is the day that they're releasing the email for us to watch it online or via whatever it is. But to be able to watch it, I know that a lot of people are getting to go. Jules and then Arizona area people they've invited to go personally. I'm so sad I can't go because Madison's having her big kind of graduation party that night. And so wouldn't miss that for the world. But I just am anxiously waiting that because it's not until that night, so I can watch it during the day. So I'm super excited about that. And then the other thing I want to announce is, and I don't know if you've seen this yet or not, but the Plexus Chief Financial Officer, Steve Howard, shared this today. And these numbers are amazing, and I can truly see how on track this is, and it's just so exciting. So number 1, the sales estimated to be $691 million in 2018. So that is like this close to $1 billion. Mind blowing. The orders shipped estimated to be 14,000 shipments per day. Y'all, that's a lot of products. Absolutely mind blowing. And these aren't candles. These aren't, I mean, these are things that are truly changing people's lives. I don't mean to offend anybody. I love candles. I'm ordering some online tonight. So I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that what we have is truly changing people's lives. And it looks like we are, here's where it was. It looks like we're not getting 1 or 2 or 3, but 4 new products. Can't even go there. I don't even have a guess. But 4 new products this year, and don't know when those are, but I'm hoping one of them is at least May 5th. And then, y'all, this is amazing. The ambassadors set to grow to 1.1 million in 2018. I mean, my mind can't even comprehend that, which I'm like, okay, we've grown and there we do. I mean, we're already at a huge high number, but 1.1 million. Those are some big O numbers all the way through that. 2018, I can see where all the, diamonds were like 2018, y'all, is going to be huge. And I can see where they came up with that. Seeing those numbers and seeing, all that stuff, I'm just like, I can see where they came up with that. So it's very, very, very exciting. And I'm so excited. And y'all, I mean, I don't know if anybody else has been in kind of a little lull. I don't know if it's kind of the calm before the storm, a good storm. I know the panhandle needs rain so bad. And so you think of those rainstorms that are so like anxiously waiting, and it's like, oh, I can't wait. And then it happens and it's so good. But you've gone through, I know they've gone through fires. I know they've gone through horrible wind and dust and all those horrible things. And I almost feel like that I've been through that lately with my Plexus business. It's been dry. It's been windy. It's been bumpy. I've had some fires. I've had some, whatever. I've been through the burner. But I also feel like not even maybe, but I feel like it's just that calm before the big old rainstorm that's going to just cleanse, replenish, do everything that a true rain would do for those areas that are so dry. I feel like all these things that I just read are going to do that for our little drought or our little dry season or our little thing that is going on in Plexus. And I'm so incredibly excited. And so though I think it's been a time of just drought and frustration, and I mean, I know that the business, Jeff and I were talking about this on our way home from Amarillo yesterday, and I know that so many people are so frustrated with the website, with the system and with all those things. And he said, but Kathy, you're not an IT company. You're not selling network. You're not, you are selling products. That's all you have to do. There are some frustrating things with that, in that we want the system to work. We want the points that are accredited to us. We want the things we've earned. And I think those things will play out. We were playing ping pong just a minute ago, and I missed a shot, and I was like, did I do that fair? And I think some of those things end up, that was a bad analogy, but I think those things end up playing, for everything works out in the end. It truly, the Lord knows, and everything works out for the best. And so good system, bad system. We're not selling a system. We are selling some life-changing products. And I'm visiting actually with 2 potentials that I'm so super excited about. And I'm just like, you know what? That's what it's all about. And so, and those are with the products that we have now. Who knows what is to come, but I'm getting my running shoes ready. So with that, I wanted to share just a little tip that I have found. I ran across this, and this is actually from Brandy. I'm gonna have to look at her last name. Shoot, I meant to do that. Anyway, she's a Jewel, and she has come up with this calendar method. And when I first started Plexus, I was 24 hours, 7 days a week, Plexus. Anytime anyone messaged me, I messaged them, and I didn't even wait. I mean, I was like right then. They were probably like, back off, give it some time, relax. But I was like, no, because they're going to change their mind, or they're going to do this or that or that. And I knew that I just was so hungry to sell the products. I was so hungry. Obviously, I'm running a business, and I wanted that sale. I mean, not in a bad way. I just running a business. I wanted to not lose them. And so I was 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to the point where we would be watching a movie, and I could watch a movie and play on my phone, work my business, whatever. But the girls were like, Mom, did you love that part? And I was like, yeah, what part? I mean, totally missed it because I wasn't all in, and it broke their hearts. And so with my oldest leaving for college next year, I do not want to miss those opportunities anymore. And so with that, when I heard about this calendar method, I thought, okay, this is perfect for everybody, especially as we come into some, hopefully busy times and all those things. But it's called the black, white, gray calendar method. And it's just a block. I mean, she has set in her mind, and she literally pulls out a calendar, and she puts in black the things that are personal, the things that are non-negotiable. These are things that would be not Plexus and not me. These are me sitting down with my kids, or me going to an event of theirs that I don't want them, looking over at me, seeing my head, the top of my head, while they should be seeing their eyes. These are things that that I am not responding to anybody. I'm not multitasking. I'm not doing anything. I am full in. It doesn't have to always just be my kids. It's my husband, at dinner. I'm such a people watcher, and he's like, hello, because I'm always like that, or whatever. But it's just the things that are black and white, that are black, solid, non-negotiable. I will not do anything because nothing can interfere my daughter's graduation. I mean, things like that are non-negotiable that I will not miss. So those things are written on my calendar in black. And I know that the black stands for, or whatever, things that I will not miss, non-negotiable. And then white would be, this is my business. This is a time set aside, no matter if that is, if you're working and you only have 15 minutes, this is 15 minutes of uninterrupted, 30 minutes, an hour. If you're really wanting to rock and roll and you're going, you give it whatever that time is, it is blocked. So you sit down and you have, in your mind, I'm going to work for 1 hour. I'm not scrolling Facebook. I'm not just doing those things. I'm doing those things at a different time. I'm not doing those things. This is a time for follow-ups. I'm reaching out to new people. I am touching base with people that I've already talked to. And this is where I think that I used to be a little bit confused on. Because I would be scrolling Facebook thinking that I'm working because I'm looking for a good post, or I'm looking for, something that, would inspire me, or I'm thinking for something, I'm looking for something. It was a darn good excuse for scrolling Facebook. And what would happen when I'm scrolling Facebook looking for that perfect post, I'm getting sidetracked because I see so-and-so, and so I chase my little rabbit trail. So this is intentional IPA, however long you choose to do. This is, you get a sitter, there's no laundry during that time, there's no other phone calls, your phone or whatever. if you're working from your phone, you put it on do not disturb, whatever. So those are that's my white time. So I have my black time, that's just, my whatever it is, uninterrupted. My white time is my business IPA, non-interrupted as well. And then my gray, and that's going to be everything that I'm cooking dinner, and I can listen to a call and I can cook dinner. I'm driving and I can listen to a call or a training and I can drive. Now, if my kids are in the car, that sometimes becomes a black zone. Sometimes they're hanging out on their phones or whatever, and no one's really interacting together. That could be a gray area. But if they're in and engaged, then that becomes my black time. So the gray time is those things where you can multitask and you can do a couple of things. Send out a message and then stir your whatever, or things like that that you can multitask. So those are the 3 areas. Black and white are non-negotiable. Those are definitely, and I think your time, I think that comes into the black. I mean, I think that has to be a bath with no, whatever, or a quiet day. I don't know, just whatever, however you fit into that as well, just for your health. My exercise is 1 hour during the day, during mid-morning, and I can't have my phone anywhere, so it's me working out and down like I did today. So it's no different than the Bible verse of whatever you do it 100% heartily as if you're doing it for the Lord. And so I take that as what that is. And so when I saw that, I was like, that gave me so much freedom, because I thought I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I thought I was working. I was scrolling Facebook and I was getting some good posts, but I wasn't working. I was not growing my team. So I think that the white part of that white time is something that's going to help you grow your team, something that's going to help you grow your business. Not even really, I don't think that may, I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I thought. I mean, I was like, okay, that's great advice for me. I wish I had when I was starting, and actually I'm so grateful to have it now, especially with the good news that we have coming on. Hey, we need to have a game plan, and I think that that's a great one too. I mean, it doesn't say anybody has to do it. You come up with what you come up with that works for you and that you are able to be successful at. So anyway, okay, Marcy, I know you have some things to share as well, and I'm going to turn it over to you.
And I loved that. Thank you, Kathy. That was so great. I loved the way she broke that out with the black, white, and the gray. And that makes sense to me. I tend to make everything gray. And so that's good. I need to work on that. So I took good notes on that one. Thank you. So we hear a lot about positive affirmations, and that's really popular buzzwords right now. And I've got 9 minutes. And I'm going to get what I can get done in 9 minutes, and then we're going to be done because my crazy stress hair is showing the day. But here's the thing. Okay, I think most of us on this call are moms or dads. But if you're not a mom or dad, think about like a friend or a brother or sister. But I'm going to use the example of my child because that just works for me. So let's say Meredith is taking algebra, and it's hard. And let's say every day before Meredith goes into algebra class, she goes, algebra is hard. I can't do algebra. I'm not good at algebra. Algebra is too hard for me. I don't understand this. I can't understand this. I can't do algebra. Okay, so now she walks into algebra class, and the teacher says, okay, today we're going to learn about cube roots. And what's going through Meredith's head? I can't do algebra. Algebra is too hard. I'm not smart enough for algebra. How do you think Meredith is going to approach algebra that day? She's probably not going to get a lot of it. She's not going to capture a lot of what the teacher says because she's working on a filter of, I can't do algebra. Algebra is too hard. Okay, so let's say the teacher asks a question and Meredith thinks she knows the answer. Do you think Meredith's going to raise her hand? Nope. She's going to sit there silent because I can't do algebra. I'm not good at algebra. Algebra is too hard. And so she walked into the room with the mindset that she could not do algebra. So no matter what that teacher does, Meredith thinks she can't do algebra. And the teacher can teach everything right. She can bring her A game. She can be ready. She can have the best lesson she's ever taught. She can teach the best she's ever done. But Meredith's probably not going to get it. Or if she does, she's not going to get it well because she is taking everything in through a filter of, I can't do algebra. Algebra is too hard for me. I don't understand. Okay, so let's say Meredith gets ready to walk into algebra and it's been hard and she said, algebra's been hard this year, but I can do this. Algebra is intimidating, but I'm smart. Algebra can be confusing, but if I pay attention, I can learn. What if she goes in class? Now, let's say that teacher brings that same lesson, the same A game, the same thing. What's going to happen? Meredith's going to go, oh, okay, I get that. Oh, that's a little confusing. Hang on, but I'm smart. I can get this. Let me ask a question. Okay, I'm smart. I can get this. This is hard, but I'm smart. I can get this. Let me listen again and see if it makes more sense. What's she going to do when the teacher asks a question and she thinks she knows the answer? She's going to go, okay, algebra's hard, but I'm smart. I think I can get, I'm going to try. And I'm going to try to answer that question. And I might not get it because algebra's hard, but I'm smart. And if I get it, then I've learned something. You see the difference? And it's not the teacher. It's not the subject. All it is Meredith's mindset. If she goes into algebra with the mindset, with the self-talk of I can't do this, it's going to be almost impossible for her to get it done. She's still smart. She can still pull it out, but she's fighting against herself to learn something. If she goes in with the mindset that this is hard, but I can do it. This is hard, but it's worth it. This is hard, but it gets me where I want to go. It's still hard, but she's going to get there. And she may have to do 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but she's going to keep going because her mindset is, even though this is hard, I can do this. And she's going to reward herself when she gets it because she's going to go, yes, I am smart, as opposed to, see, I can't get it, it's hard. That's exactly the way you set yourself up to fail or succeed with Plexus. Because if you go into Plexus and you say, I don't like direct sales. Nobody wants to listen to me. Nobody wants to buy anything. Nobody cares about gut health. Nobody wants to support my family. Why should somebody want to buy from me? Why should I ask them to give me their hard-earned money? I don't know anything about Plexus. I don't know the products yet. Okay, so when somebody comes up and says, oh my gosh, I've been having the worst constipation lately, what's going to be going through your head? Is it going to be, nobody wants gut health. I can't do this. Nobody wants to listen to me. No one wants to support me. Well, if that's what you've been saying, that's what's going to come into your mind when your best friend says, ugh, I haven't pooped in 7 days. But if you're telling yourself, whew, okay, direct sales can be a bit intimidating. Sometimes it's hard for me to talk to my friends, but I know I have something they want. I love my friends, and my friends will see my heart when I talk to them. I don't like to sell, but I do love to share things I love. And I can share Plexus because it works for me, or it works for my friend, so I can share it. Okay, if that's what you're saying to yourself, then when your friend comes in with the constipation, you're going to say, okay, I know this may be weird, but have you ever heard of BioCleanse? I've been taking it, and oh my gosh, it can so help your constipation. And it's okay if you don't want it, but come on, let's get you some so you can poop already. Come on. See the difference when you've been telling yourself direct sales doesn't work, no one's interested, I can't do this, it's too hard. Then when those snippets of conversation come up, your immediate response is going to be, I can't do this, it's so hard, they don't want it. And then maybe later you'll click back into the, oh, I have something that could help with that. But it won't be your first response. Whereas if you're in the mindset, if you're telling yourself daily, this is hard, but I can do it. Man, remember the time I did well? Remember the time I talked to my friend Angie about Plexus and it changed her life, and then it changed her husband's life, and now it can help pay for their Plexus? Now, if I'm reminding myself of those things, and if I'm repeating that over and over to myself, then when my constipated friend comes up, I'm going to have that mindset of, I love to share with my friends, whatever it is, whether it's nail polish or Plexus. So I'm going to share Plexus. It is all the power of the way you talk to yourself and the expectations you set up for yourself. And that's 100%. I'm never going to be able to control what my friend does. I'm never going to be able to make her buy. I'm never going to be able to make her ready. I'm not going to be able to make it the right time. But I can control my mindset, and whether or not I'm ready to have that conversation with her. And if my mindset is this will never work, then my friend is going to go get her plexus from somebody who has the right mindset. And if my mindset is, February stunk it up, but I know that plexus works. And I know that not only do the products work, but that I can pay my bills with it, and I can help my friends change their finances with it too. And yep, 80% of people are going to say no, but those 20% of people that say yes, we're going to change lives together. And if I will tell myself that for 2 minutes before I start my daily IPA, then when somebody comes up to me, constipated, broke, my first reaction is going to be, let's pray for that. My second reaction is going to be, I can help. And so I just want to challenge y'all, take a minute, and before you start your IPA, check what you're saying to yourself. I do this too, and I'll get in a slump. I got in such a slump in February that I had to really check what I was saying to myself about plexus, because let me tell you, it was coming out. I was cranky and I was upset about something, and when I started trying to talk to people, that came out of my mouth instead of what I know to be true. And so that's why saying your affirmations daily is so important. Saying things like, I'm a great leader, even if you aren't yet. It's okay. It's not a lie. It's something you're speaking over yourself to grow into. It's biblical. The Bible tells us that out of the mouth comes the power of life and death. So choose life. And that's all positive affirmations are. You're choosing life. You're choosing to believe in yourself. You're choosing to speak well of yourself, and you're choosing to give yourself grace and opportunity. And then your friends are responsible for what they do with it. But if you don't have the right voice in your head, the right soundtrack, if you're listening to Metallica all day long, Amy Grant is not going to come out of your mouth when you start having conversations. It's the same thing. So I would just challenge y'all, stop. And before you do your plexus for the day, check your words and say, okay, do I believe in this? Yes. Remind yourself why. Take 60, 120 seconds and just remind yourself why you're in plexus. And if you are struggling with that, shoot me a message or your upline a message, and let's chat and let's come up with some things you can say to yourself every day that are true and that help. Because my affirmations might not help you, but we can come up with ones that will help you. So you can remember why you're doing this and why you believe in it. So I hope that little word picture helps. And I look forward to continuing to do positive affirmations with y'all. So it's 8:32, and I'm going to shut my little pie hole now because I'm all about time frames. So, but I love team, and I'm so thankful we get to do this every Monday night and just laugh together and speak into each other and help each other learn and grow. And I'm so excited for the too big to reveal thing. So, Kathy, do you have anything else we need to say before we wrap up for tonight?
I don't think so. I don't know if we have any other announcements, but I was just going to pray us out. And no, that was incredible. Yes. And I want to get into the habit of doing that before my feet hit the ground, just giving like 3 good affirmations for today. And so I want to challenge us all to get into that habit.
And it doesn't even have to be plexus.
Right. Yeah. Which I think if we're doing that, it all stems to the same. I mean, it all kind of goes to the same place. And so I think that, I think if we are speaking it over, it's going to bleed into plexus or children or, whatever it is. So, so I'm going to pray for us real quick. And then I know other people, everybody has things to do. So, okay, let's pray. God, I want to thank you for this time. I thank you for this 30 minutes that is just so short and so sweet. And I just want to thank you for that. I thank you for everybody that is so committed to hopping on here with us, and then those that can't hop on but yet watch the recording. I just want to pray your blessings over them. And I just pray, God, that you would just be with us this weekend as we celebrate not only your death, but more importantly, your resurrection. And so, God, I just pray that you would resurrect each of us, and that we would just live for you. And I just pray, a little selfishly, that you would just bless everybody with their places of business. I know that that's why we're here, and that's why we're on these calls, and that's why we listen to these calls, is because we do want to run a business, and we're grateful that we get to do that through a product that truly helps everybody's body work the way that you have it designed to work, and that we've messed it up by the things of this world. And so we just pray that you would just bless each of our businesses. I pray that you would bring people to us that need our products, and that you would take us to people, just help us to be have good ears to listen to the needs of others. And just pray for the too big to miss. I just pray that you would just help it to be really big and really exciting. And I just pray that you would just be with that whole time, and just pray that it would just be exactly what we need to help grow our businesses. I just love you, and I thank you for all these friends, and I just pray their safety as they're out on the road or at home putting kiddos to bed and just working their business. God, I pray that you would just urge us to truly reach out to people that need our products, and help us to know what to say to them. Just lift this up to you, and I just pray over this time, and I just pray your blessings over each one of them, and I just love you, and I thank you so much for today. I just pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. All righty. I'm gonna stop recording. I should have stopped that earlier, but anyway, thank y'all for hopping on. Y'all be safe and have a super great night, a super, super great Easter weekend, and be blessed. And we will just see y'all. I don't know why this is not stopping.
Next Monday.
Next Monday. So y'all have a good night.